question is Godzilla -1 the best movie of 2023?
Yes.
I think there's a good chance it is, and I didn't think it was going to be up there as #1, but I think it's top 3.
I think it's top 2. I actually can't think of a contender off the top of my head, which means it's top 1.
It's top 1.
I think so.
You know what? They make good shit. I think this is why generally a lot of people in the UK, in America, Australia, all around the world are coming and watching Japanese movies and TV shows. Anime is popping off like nothing else, and I think it's because generally these are good, well-told stories.
I think that's it. When you think about it, right? In a story, you need characters that are well developed, you need dialogue that feels like it's realistic, and if there's CGI, it needs to line up. The pacing doesn't need to slow it down, it needs to feel like everything's moving forward at a reasonable pace, nothing's holding it back, but it's also not racing through things. This checks every box with gold stars.
And I think something which did surprise me was when we saw the trailers, the CGI actually looked good. And then when you looked up the budget, you thought, hang on, how have they managed to make this movie for less than $20 million? It looks like, in American Hollywood terms, this is a $150 million movie.
Yeah, that is actual movie magic.
So I think Hollywood has some learning to do in terms of what we've called for the last 2-3 years the bloat.
The bloat.
The box office bloat, the budget bloat. When it comes to these movies, with these big superhero movies, and they're costing $250 million to make, you take that movie and you make it in Japan, it's costing 30. You take it and you make it in Korea, it's costing 45. These are not giant, cost-prohibitive movies, but the way that they're made in the West, it just seems impossible to make any money on them.
I think it's the idea of star power in the West. When you've got a name attached, the numbers just rack up because, well, my agent's not going to accept any less than this.
Yeah.
Whereas in Japan, it's like, I really want to be in this project. I really want to work with this director. I'll take maybe a lesser fee than I think I really would want to because I get to tell this story.
It seems much more for the art, and that might seem a little cheesy and corny to say, but I feel like there's more of an independent spirit there in terms of the way in which they make stuff, and I think even in the stories they tell. Like, this movie is very pro-individual. It's saying you need to do what you need to do for your family, for your community.